welcome back to our channel. I'm Margot Spildy, co-founder of Grasp, and today I want to share with you the third episode from an interview that I did with Anjanette LaBellarte-Gilbert, who is the executive director of the Hospice Foundation of the Ozarks. So if you haven't seen the first two episodes, just click on the card that we've added so it will direct you to the playlist. You can see all of Anjanette's videos. And today I'm really excited because Anjanette talks about how, picture perfect her life was from the outside, but in the inside, there was a lot of stuff going on that she didn't like and that needed to be changed. And I have experienced that in my life. I know a lot of people have. So we all look on the outside, right? And we see somebody else's life that looks perfect, but we don't know what's going on behind the door. So this is such an interesting conversation that we had. So let's take a listen, watch the video, and thank you so much for tuning in today.
So, and I've been an at-home mom because he really didn't want me out. He wanted me to be there. And the thing is that people would look at us and they would never ever see it. I was a kept woman. I lived in a really nice house and, drive a really nice car, and we always looked so good. But behind the scenes, it was a terrible situation, and I was trying to keep it together. But then my father passed away, and that devastated me. And the way he treated me, my husband treated me during that time, that was the breaking point. Mm-hmm. So it took another year, but I went to a program called Homes in Trouble, and it taught me what abuse was because I didn't even have a clue. And so it talks to you about the different forms of abuse. There's an abuse wheel. So I had to learn all that. And And then I ended up leaving him, scared to death, but I left him and went and stayed with my mom for a little bit. But then I ended up staying with a family because I was scared, because I was afraid he would do something. So the family I lived with, they were super nice, and he had a gun. So if something would ever happen, he could, but I still was wanting my marriage. It was so weird because I still wanted my marriage. I just thought maybe he'd finally go get help because he was a total narcissist. Mm. And just praying because I wanted my family together so bad. Mm. And so, but he just got worse, and eventually we had to get divorced. But it took 1.5 years to divorce him because he put me through a lot. We went through 4 days of trial. He's trying to, because he didn't want to pay child support and he wanted to have full custody of the kids. So he had private investigators following me and taking pictures because I finally moved into equal housing opportunity apartments. And, he didn't want me to work. So he didn't even give me any money during that time. So then I started waitressing. Because that's all I knew how to do was waitress, because I was a waitress when I was young. So that's what I knew how to do. And then, it was a very hard time at that time just to provide for the kids. And then I got on food stamps and all that other fun stuff. And I thought, well, this is just temporary, just to get me by. Mm-hmm. So then I decided to go to school. So I went to school at night because everything I touched, because I kept thinking, I'm going to get married again. I'm going to find somebody. But then I was single for 10 years with the girls. And it's like, you know what? I need a plan for, I'm living for me. You need to quit waiting on a man to take care of you. Those ways are not, you need to show your daughters that you're self-sufficient, that you can do this, you can do it. But, I had to go through a lot just to get to that point. So every chance I didn't have the girls, I worked. I worked either waitressing or did other things. And then went to school. Started OTC first, and I loved that. It was great. And then I cleaned houses while I went through school. And so I met a lot of people through that way. and they took care of me and the girls. And so I just cleaned houses and went to school. And then I went and got a good job. And it's just been, and then I met my husband that I have right now. We had dated through that time because we were both petrified of making a bad choice. So we dated for like 6 years before we got married. And we didn't put the houses together till we got married. And it was just, there was a lot, but then I just kept growing and growing, but it took I say it takes a whole village to raise Anjanette. It's the truth. A whole village of people. And the thing is that you got to listen, because it's like, I would say, what school did you go to? Because they look very successful. And I'd say, what school did you go to? And they'd say, I went to Drury or this, and I said, well, I'm going to go to that school then. That's the school. So I ended up graduating from Drury, actually, because there were some people that I met and I was like, I'm going to be like you. And I listened to them, and I'd ask questions. I'd say, Angie, let me connect you with this person. Let me connect you with that. And so the key is, there's a lot of people that you can help, all kinds of people. But my thing is, if I see you and if you really want to take notes or listen to what they've already done and do it, I'll help anybody that is like that. And I've been like that. It's taken so many people to get me where I am today. So many.
I hope that you found this video to be inspiring, just for you personally and in your life. And if you know somebody who can benefit from this information, please share and share it with others, because that's the best way to move forward, is to have the support of other people and to know that you're not alone, right? We're all alone in this. We're never alone in this. So thank you for watching. Please follow us on social media. You can check out all the links in the description below. We would love to get to know you better. If you want a copy of my book, you can click on the link posted, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be updated on more topics and interviews. For a free strategy session or a vision alignment coaching session, please click on the link for our website, and you can schedule that directly with me. And we will see you in the next video. Thank you.